Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. We are here with Dr. Erin celebrating our first year anniversary, right? Your first year anniversary.
Right. 1 year. Holy cow.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
It's a lot of work.
I don't remember the year at all, but apparently it's been busy.
Yes. Okay, so I have a lot of questions for you. You have a website or an Instagram at Soul Society.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired that for you?
Well, as a doctor of divinity, I was actually in ministerial school before Good Morning LaLa Land. And I would, pray every day and say, use me for the highest good. And Spirit was like, there's a show. Like I just had visions of a show. I didn't know where. I'm not in the industry. I didn't really have a desire. It wasn't like I have to go have a show. It just these visions came, and I knew that there would be a show. And so Good Morning LaLa Land birthed, and in the process, I'd worked with clients one-on-one, with celebrities, with Grammy winners, with CEOs, with single mothers. And I loved working one-on-one, but I felt like there was a missing link. And I'd look around at the world and I started noticing people are very sad and lonely. Mm-hmm. They're getting more and more divided by technology. And I feel like in Good Morning LaLa Land, we do a great job of bringing community in. We've had, over 800 guests on the show, but I felt like I want to bring community to the world and I want to have a spiritually based community. And so that's why and how Soul Society birthed, just really a desire. What I desire is desiring me, and that's the truth. Whatever you're desiring is desiring you. And I desire to be around people that are up to extraordinary things, bringing spiritual principles and, understanding the power of the mind to the world.
And to your point, not to get too religious, but the Bible actually says, delight yourself in the Lord and he'll give you the desires of your heart. So you are fulfilling the desire of your heart. And you have that spiritual connection. Have you always had that connection? Were you raised that way? Or
no, not at all. I remember coming home from kindergarten. My mom actually said, I came home from, I think it was preschool, first grade, I guess. And I walked in the door and I said, Mom, how old do you have to be to quit school? And she went, oh no. And I thought, I said, what are we doing? Why are we here? What's the point? And my mom was like, why are you asking these questions? Go out and play. So I just was born with like this seeker thing. I just was born with that, but it wasn't until I was 22 when I had a stillborn and I really committed to my spiritual journey of healing. And, I didn't even know what a doctor of divinity was. I had no idea.
Now, I had watched a clip that you had done, an interview, and I don't want to go too much into that. I know you've talked about that, and today is a good, happy day with your anniversary.
Yeah,
but
it's all good.
Having gone through something so difficult, did you have that moment where you could sink or swim, where you pressed in and sought God or your divine, or you wanted to just kind of throw in the towel?
Yeah, I think that, for me personally, as I went down the journey of spirituality, it wasn't like you just go, I'm now in spirituality, right? It's like all your stuff comes up, all the challenges of life come up, because when we're ready to heal, it pulls up all of our junk from our past lives, from our family lineage, from everything. So I think that for me personally, the journey was like this. And then as you keep going, it starts getting more and more stable and you start like becoming a very stable leader. But it takes a long time of like this stuff to get there, right? Mm-hmm.
So people tell me all the time that I sound like Minnie Mouse when I laugh. Who do you get when you laugh? You have the absolute cutest laugh.
Thank you. I don't, I love and hate my laugh, just like everything.
No, I love your laugh. I was watching a clip and I said, she sounds like someone, but I didn't know if you knew.
That's so funny. I've never, tell me, because I get a lot of like, you look like da-da-da-da, but
your laugh's a little bit like Fran Drescher.
Okay, good. I like it.
It's the cutest laugh ever. I love it. I love it. So some of your fans instant message me on my Instagram, and they want to know how you keep your skin so beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to just get personal and jump all over the place.
Well, Jessalyn Moyer is having these, she did a great event here. Honestly, I have to attribute my mother's side of the family. My mom has great skin and it's part of just in my lineage for sure, that more olive skin. But, we've had so many incredible people on the show giving us product all the time. But to be very, very frank, a lot of it's, I think, your spiritual practice. Okay. I think that when you truly do your spiritual awakening and you cleanse your body also, because part of purity to connect with divine, you really have to purify. So I've gone through multiple sauna purification programs and things like that. And I think that that's been the number one thing that has put some more years on my face, less years on my face.
Yeah, I was going to say there aren't many. You look beautiful.
Thanks.
And so to that point, what is your happy place? that was a big question that a lot of people wrote in and direct messaged me. Ask them what their happy place is.
That's a great question.
So, you know, other than this and your show and all.
When I was first doing my awakening and I'd go into a meditation, we talked about this in the beginning and a little bit differently. I remember going into meditations and getting in such ecstasy and having such epiphanies, and it was literally heaven on earth. And for me, as I've gone down my spiritual track, going in, I don't have as many epiphanies, right? Because once you have your awakening, you have your awakening. So you can go back into meditation and it gets you grounded, but it's not the same kind of aha moments because you just kind of have arrived. And so for me, my happy place is all the time, like just knowing that I'm on purpose, knowing that I'm, you know, doing what I love to do. Of course, you know, I love being with my son. I love moments with my dear friends and just connecting. But I love this, like this is part of the show. I love it. I love deep conversation. That's my happy place. In fact, a coach asked me years ago, he said, what is your one must have in your career? And I said, conscious conversations. That's my one must have.
That's good. Yeah.
That's my happy place.
The joy of the Lord is your strength, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about, now are you, forgive me, because this is one thing I probably don't know about you. You're married, not married?
I'm not married. I've been married.
You've been married?
I have a 23-year-old son.
23? Okay.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah. And I'm a recovering, I wouldn't say I'm recovering because I don't identify as it anymore, but I went through times when I experienced myself being very codependent and very dysfunctional in relationship, meaning that I would place my power and I would be up and down depending on how my relationship was. So I'm happily complete within myself. And
is that something that you would want in the future, to meet someone? Or?
You know, of course, anyone wants deep relationships, but I have deep relationships with friends and girlfriends and my career and all kinds of things. It doesn't have to come from one source anymore. Of course, you'd love to find that person where your life is compatible with that person, but it's not something that I makes or break my life at all.
All right. I have 5 fun facts that you have to just answer really quick about. Okay. So, fun fact of, celebrity crush.
Oh gosh. Brad Pitt, of course, you know. Who else should I pick?
Okay, favorite song.
Favorite song. It's got to be like a Madonna song or something.
Oh, Madonna. Okay. Favorite movie.
Favorite movie. I love Before Sunset and Before Sunrise.
Oh, that's a great.
Those are awesome.
That is good. And what advice would you give your younger self?
Well, I wrote a whole book for her.
Awakening.
Yeah.
Yes.
And really just knowing that she already is all powerful, all knowing, and already healed.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I think we're going to throw to a clip.
Let's do it.
Yeah.